Politics in Nigeria has become the biblical kingdom of God that has suffered violence, which the violence are taking it by force. The All Progressive Congress APC ticket for Ebonyi South Senatorial District is the bone of contention here. The APC in the zone has expelled the main challenger to Governor David Umahi for the tickets and Agom-Eze from the party over alleged rebellious and unruly behaviour. According to a statement by the APC Chairman in the state, Stanley Okoro-Emegha, she said she was expelled because she violated the APC Constitution, which prohibits any act of dishonesty capable of disparaging the party or its members. This is vague. What is the meaning of this?
Well, I think, like I was about to ask you, maybe the party has to come out. They want Nigerians to be convinced that they have to define what is dishonesty within the APC. Remember that with the issue of Yobe North, we had the same thing because all these people occupying positions, they want to eat their cake and have it. The Senate president tried it, but I think the APC in Yobe North, they were stronger than the people in Ebonyi State. There's no point. It's not possible for you to contest for the office of presidency and that of Senate at the same time. I think what is playing out here is that our political office holders, we don't play politics as to be, and we have no respect for party procedures
and for rule of law.
For the rule of law.
And for this
why must you expel somebody from the party because he has the audacity to show interest in a position in which the government...
Not show, she has the ticket.
She has the ticket already in a position that which the governor is already interested in.
So by expelling her, the implication is that if you expel her from the party now, the ticket automatically goes to...
I think they went to court, and the court decided that there had been no emergency rerun in Ebonyi that will lead to her stepping aside. Obviously, the lady has decided in her wisdom, and I agree with her, that she worked for this.
Yes, no.
It is her ticket. That's what our people wanted in APC. But some powers that have decided that if you are able to play ball and simply go quietly into the night, the best thing to do is to malign you and then do all this for your reputation.
Power.
Because remember what happened in Edo, where that led to the whole crisis in the APC.
In the APC, yes.
Somebody just decided that, okay, if the national chairman is becoming obstinate, why not just go to his ward
and deal
with him there? And this is exactly what is playing out. Somebody now says that we are going to expel you on something as vague as dishonesty and disparaging. Policy itself is the act of disparagement. That's what we've been going through in Nigeria for the last 6 months. Some people are spending every waking hour disparaging others.
So she violated the APC Constitution, which prohibits any act of dishonesty capable of disparaging the party or its members.
They have to define what is dishonesty for us within the APC.
This will have been ironic if it's not so laughable, for two reasons. One, if the governor was not directly involved, then you can say, okay, maybe something happened. But we all know what this is. And you know what the Americans will say. If somebody calls you a horse, punch them in the nose. If another person calls you a horse, shoot them down. The third person that calls you a horse, go and buy an harness, because you are now a horse. Because if they say you want to grab this woman's position, and you said no, you went to court, the court said the woman was right. You said no, the woman has now been dismissed from the party. So what they are saying is that there will not be a rerun, where whoever is interested will now shoe in to become the candidate of the party.
Did this aspirants or candidates, did they not go through the electoral act as amended? Because I know it used to be a standard practice before now that, there will be a placeholder, you are gunning for the presidency. Rochas Okorocha, 4 years ago, he wanted to run. Was it 4 years ago?
8 years ago.
8 years ago, 2015. He ran against President Muhammadu Buhari in Lagos primaries here, and the ticket he was, and immediately he lost. He had the placeholder, and 2 weeks after, he was still in contention for the governorship for the second time in office.
I think it is very, very unfortunate that it is the ruling party in Nigeria, the APC, that is trying all these monkey ways of doing politics.
It's not peculiar to the ruling party.
Yes, but the fact remains that those people who are in position of power, they want to eat their cake and have it. Yes, the thing should have been thrown open. Agree that the governor has every right to want to go to the Senate. but you should play by the rules at any point in time. Because by removing that woman, it's also even contemptuous.
No, he contested the presidency.
She
contested for the presidential ticket.
I went again to go. I want to have the Senate because it must be there at all means. I think this is not politics. It's
I think what really happened was that they did not really iron out the terms of agreements. That
whether it be
in case I didn't
or
win,
not.
I'll come back and you'll do this. Because let's forget, governors have enormous powers.
Yes.
They have enormous powers.
The party belongs to the governors.
And so in that wise, for them to have to go this low means that the woman has been very obstinate. Maybe she has been very sure that she's not going to release that ticket to the governor. That's why the court case that now validated their own choice. Because the INEC had to come in and tell them, no, you cannot do this. We knew about the primary election, the woman won. And nobody asked for a rerun. You cannot replace a person without certain things. But now what they've done is simply remove the woman from the party, and they will now inform INEC that they've expelled. Their position is now vacant. INEC will now announce a new date for the rerun, and whoever will win. I'm not saying it's the government.
I have Olushola Julius.
A landslide.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
KP, how are you, sir? I'm the
fine,
other man in the studio. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Now, I am looking at this issue in two ways. Number one, is this not going to smear the integrity of the governor of that state? Why? Because you want to be in power by all means. After being governor for 8 years, you still want to be in the Senate. To do what? So you are looking for a way to malign this woman so that she will not have right for that. That's number one. Number two, issue of internal democracy. How are we going by it in our country? Then number three, I don't think democratic principles are like this. They are not being followed as expected. To me, I hope that maybe this woman will seek redress in the law court and maybe something could be done about it. But to be frank, this is not democracy.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll take this break. When we come back, we'll talk more. It's still Journalist Hangout. We'll be right back after this breather. Please stay with us. Welcome back. This is Journalist Hangout, and we're reaching you from TVC News here from our headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. And I still have Ganika Edebalogun and Tunde Abaton in the studio. So, gentlemen, we're talking about the position of the placeholder here and the Electoral Act for 2022 Electoral Act, and how our politicians now it's becoming like a norm when you finish your 8 years and then go to the Senate for these governors.
Well, they want to remain relevant. There was a time, I think, that I defined our democracy as governocracy. That's the government of governors, for governors, and by governors. And they hold all the aces as far as democracy is concerned. And I haven't tasted power at that level for...
To run for the presidency,
8 years.
I can't get that ticket. So
So
they just look for somebody to take advantage of
they hedge their
the senatorial
bets.
district.
But while you are doing
states.
that, you must also put somebody that you can trust that will obey. Because one thing about putting a cat in front of fried meat is that there's no guarantee that you'll meet all the meats when you come back. So whenever you are going to use a placeholder and somebody to hold a place for you, you will be somebody that you know deep down will be willing to step back and honor the original agreements. But if you are going for the presidential ticket under the impression that you are the front runner, whatever that means, or that you have been endorsed and you are so sure that you are going to win the ticket, things like this normally will happen.
As at now, APC, they're at the verge of even losing that ticket in Yobe,
Totally.
not even contesting at all.
Totally.
Yobe, Akwa Ibom, and this one, if it's not properly managed, because the Independent National Commission, Electoral Commission, they said it that for now, they don't recognize any candidates from the APC to fill those two positions, that's Yobe and Akwa Ibom.
Well, I think I think for once we have to praise INEC. They have actually demonstrated and displayed that the independence in them. 10 years ago, 8 years ago, such a thing would not have been possible.
They will have buckled up.
They will have buckled up and say, they throw their hands up. But from what they did in Yobe and what they have done in Ebonyi State and what they are still likely to do in many other states, let them continue on that path so that both the
That means
INEC...
at the end of the day, APC as a party might not
because
contest
if you are a party and
that
you
race at
refuse
all.
to respect internal and have internal democracy, mind you, PDP, that was the genesis of the problem in PDP,
In Delta.
and that was in PDP in 2015, and that was the beginning of the end of the PDP
Even now
in the presidency.
Even now in Delta.
Even now in many other places. So I think we should learn to play by the rule. We should respect internal democracy. Another thing is that he was saying that, look, I am not surprised because politics is the only profitable business that is left in Nigeria.
Apart from
kidnapping. Most of those people in political office now, they have no second address. What do I mean by the second address? They have no means of income except politics. Politics number 1, politics 2, politics 3. That is why you want to, if you are a pharmacist and you have a thriving pharmacy business, for God's sake, when you become governor for 8 years, you can go back to your business and go. But now, politics is the only viable business option in Nigeria. That is why
the crave to remain in limelight.
You have to remain relevant. They've seen what happened to former governors who did not go to Senate.
But there are many former governors that are thriving in Nigeria today that we can begin to name names. Like I said, they have like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we left office in 2007. It's still relevant up to today. People, like I said, they have no second address. They don't have what they are doing. They just go into politics to make it, and they remain there.
If I should answer the guess, I think that in the next cycle of elections, the entire Senate will be made up of former governors or former deputy governors.
You don't have any second address.
109 in the Senate, so governors are just 36.
No, another set will take part.
Okay, Ada Judge is calling us. Thank you for staying with us, Ada Judge. Hello, Ada.
I'm calling from Jos, Plateau State.
Oh.
Good evening, journalist hangout. Thanks for educating us all the time.
All right.
You know what is happening? Is lack of internal party democracy. You have people who say they are Democrats, practicing politics without principles. The matter, why should they expel that woman? It's like saying from your caption, it's like saying, how dare you say you're protesting for the seat? Since he lost in the primaries for the presidential, then you come back and take it. Nobody, who are you to tell me? That is what you're saying. And it shouldn't be so. You should still stick to the dress. I thought the electoral act stipulates that if you don't have a primary, you cannot come back for another one. I don't understand the whole scenario. People should enlighten us more. You know, what is happening in Nigeria? How long will we continue like this? You know, the Expels, they think it's an easy way out. They are being clever by half. Let us go to court. Let them, if it means not having any candidate for them, just like what has happened in the other 2 states now, let it happen to them. They will never learn. They only think they are bulldozers. You know? It's so really unfortunate. But all the same, let's not give up on this country. You'll get better. Okay,
Thank you, Ada. Thank you, Ada Judge from Plateau State. So, our final analysis, when we look at this situation, INEC, they've shown the level of independence, and they'll still fish out people like this because it's simply a case of you can't eat your cake and have it. And then, about the political parties, these states, they still dance to the tune of that emperor.
Well, I just believe that people go into politics in Nigeria today. If you believe Nigeria must be a better place, you must have a particular value or something in your mind that if you are denied or you are wronged by your party or your fundamental human rights is denied, you must be able to pursue it to the final conclusion. With what INEC is doing now, by next time we have the next round of election, governors or presidential candidates who wants to have a placeholder, they will think very well before picking somebody to be their placeholder. Because it all means that all powers end with them. They determine who you are the moment you are under in that particular state. And that is not democracy.
This woman can seek redress in court.
Yeah, she has no choice because it's not only her political life that is under threat, even her reputation as a person. Because the charges are so ridiculous, they're almost laughable. Because you're talking about disparaging persons and the party. And that's the entire essence of primary election. To make your opponent look bad in such a way that people will pick you as the neat one. So I think we need to try and follow the rules. But based on experience in the last 22 years, I don't think we are going to learn. Because if you remember, there was a time the gubernatorial elections ended at the Court of Appeal.
Yes.
Some people said they are not getting justice. It was moved to the Supreme Court. To body the court to something that should end at a particular level. Every year we change the Electoral Acts. Somebody will look for a loophole that we need to correct in the next time we touch the Electoral Acts. Now we thought we do, because this year we have enough time, about 8 months, between primaries and the election. So you can take care of all these internal wranglings. Yeah, we still go ahead. Don't forget, the placeholder thing ended just on Monday, last week.
Yes.
So that means
Yeah,
after the primaries, you have another 90 days to change your candidates under whatever guise that you want. And yet the governor could not have any wire or anything to convince this woman to step down. And the only thing you can do is to create such a laughable scenario that even my 10-year-old will find unbelievable.
Contemplate doing.
It's unfortunate.
All right, moving on.